Well, hello, Cedar Creek. It's good to be with all of you, all of our campuses, whatever device you're watching us on, wherever you're at, visiting the rest of the world. My name is Ben Snyder, and I want to extend a special welcome to those of you who are here for the very first time. Thank you so much for joining us. We're kicking off a brand new series this weekend that our team has been excited about called Switch. The general idea is this. There are some default behaviors that we all have that we would love to see us switch in, or that God would love to help us switch. And so we're going to be walking through one book of the Bible, one portion of the Bible over the next few weeks to walk through that. Now, I don't understand God's timing. We've been planning this series for months, the programming elements that you've experienced, the songs, the messages to try to weave together this this consistent theme from start to finish. That's one of the fun things that our team loves to do. And then on Thursday, you turn on the television and you're speechless and heartbroken over the loss of life. Then on Friday, you turn on the television again. And you go, what? It becomes apparent that things are not okay, that we have work to do. Our country was founded on the belief that all people are endowed with by their Creator, with certain unalienable rights, the first of which is life. And so when life is taken away, it should cause all of us to pause. And I don't know about you, but the last couple of months have been heart-wrenching. But the reality of this last week, along with the loss of life, is the truth that under the veneer of our American culture, the reality of racism runs deep. We haven't made as much progress as we would like to think. And so for me, we have an opportunity. And what our society needs is not a bunch of social media posts. I'm not opposed to them. I'm not saying they're bad. But we don't need trite sayings to just try to move past this. What we need is a quiet resolve, a commitment to take an intentional step forward away from what we see that makes us so uncomfortable. And it's going to take all of us doing a little internal inventory, evaluating the prejudices, the beliefs that we have about our fellow human beings, and maybe even asking God, is there a switch you need to make inside of me? You know what I get excited about? As I think about all of the people that call Cedar Creek home, I think about you and how humbled and honored I am to walk this journey with you, that I get excited about the potential that sits in this room. One of our former staff members, since she's left, she's gone on to travel around and speak across the country, Barb Bruce. She's an author. She wrote a blog in light of some of the events that I asked for permission to share her words with you. She says, I love Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision for the future. He had hope because he believed in people. He believed in us. He knew that racism would never be eliminated by laws or lawsuits, even though he fought for legal and social justice. But Dr. King preached the same thing that Jesus preached long ago. Unconditional love is the only road. These are his words. Unconditional love is the only road to the elimination of racism. Racism will die once our unconditional love for each other truly comes alive. So love is not a feeling. Love is not a statement, something we say. It is an action. Love is the only strategy that can save us from society destructing ourselves. You've got to remove your limits on your love for people, and here's the ultimate test for love. Decide now. Decide now that you will lay down your life for another human, no matter their race or culture. And when you display that kind of love, then you can carry the torch of hope for our tortured nation. I'm so inspired by her words because that resonates with me. I'm left with the question, it's like, what do we do now? Well, the first thing is that we don't rush to judgment. We don't react to every little bit of news media that comes along, and instead, with a steady resolve, we choose unconditional love for each other. Do we feel angry? Yes, we should. This isn't right, but we do not give way to hate. Should we be heartbroken and moved and concerned? Yes, but we should not give way to fear and to hopelessness. Our country was started with incredible values that are worth fighting for, and it comes as we treat each other the way that God intended, as one family. No matter what your culture or race, we are brothers and sisters. And so we can collectively show the world how to do that as we take a little inventory, as we courageously stand up against racism and prejudice in our own place of work, in our own place that we call home. We have an awesome opportunity to do that now. So as I think about the series, that's what the series is all about. God, switch the default behaviors that, if left unchecked, will destroy us. And so I'm going to ask you to pray for our country, to pray for us as we kick off this series at this very appropriate time and this very heart-wrenching season that we're experiencing.